Hi, this is David with AppShouter.com, and today I'm proud to be showing you one of the most exciting new apps that is currently available for the iPhone and iPod Touch platform. RedEye by Thinkflood is an app and hardware combination that will allow you to take complete control of your home entertainment center. While there have been several prototype remotes released in the past, RedEye has taken a slightly different approach from those. You see, most of the hardware that's been previously released was an attachment for the iPhone itself, while the RedEye is actually a dock with an infrared transmitter. What this means is that using Wi-Fi, you could potentially use a number of different iPhones and or iPod Touches to control the same device without buying any other hardware. Now, I'm not going to bore you with all the technical details, so let's go ahead and check out how it works. As you can see on the table here, I've got some of the different things that come in the box. We have the different dock connectors, so whether you have a brand new iPhone or one of the older iPhones or iPod Touch units, you should find a dock connector to help you dock your iPhone and or iPod Touch properly. Over here we have a quick start guide. This will outline a simple 5-step process to get everything working. While obviously there's not a lot of room in this guide for troubleshooting and such, it gives you more than enough information to get it set up, and I did not have any problem at all. Very well laid out. Over here we have the box, very well built, very solid, very nice looking box. And then here we have the actual RedEye hardware. As you can see the logo there at the top, RedEye. As we flip the device over here, you'll see where the adapter fits in there. Kind of interesting, but what it does do is stay totally flush like that so that the wires are out of sight, out of mind. As you can see, the different slots off to the side there, you can actually run the wire through the left, right side, or through the back, which is where I have mine run right now. Well, so now that we've checked out the hardware and what comes in the box, let's check out the iPhone app. The app itself is fairly easy to use. As you can see, it loads up very quickly, which is nice. And as you can see, here's my activities screen. It has a pretty traditional remote setup as far as using activities and such. As you can see here, you can set up multiple rooms if you have more than one device. I just have the one, so here's all my activities. Say I wanted to play Xbox. All I would have to do is touch this Play Xbox button, and the RedEye would then proceed to turn on all of my individual devices. As you can see, the TV is coming on there. You should see a bar flash up there at the top here in just a second. And my stereo is already on, and the Xbox should be coming on here in just a second. There it goes. So there, all my devices have been turned on. Now, with infrared, it may take a few seconds like it did there, but it was fairly quick. The reason being, of course, that infrared can only send one command at a time, so sometimes it will just take a few seconds. As you can see, there's my Xbox menu there. And now within the app, I have my Xbox Play Xbox remote functions. If I touch any of these arrow keys like this, it's going to scroll around in my Xbox menu, so I'm controlling it there. And I've also got all these different playback functions and all kinds of different things. I was very impressed overall with the device support within this app. I was able to set up all of my devices except for my Xbox without any manual configuration whatsoever. The Xbox, unfortunately, was not supported when I first downloaded the app, but the developer has since notified me that they do have Xbox codes available, and so that shouldn't be a problem. If you have a PS3 and are watching this video, you'll be happy to hear that they are also working on support for the PS3. But obviously, since it doesn't have infrared, that's going to be a little bit more difficult, and probably will be an additional attachment of some kind, but they are working on support for that. Let's just say that you have a device like my Xbox when I set it up that needs custom configuration. All you would have to do is set up your new device. I'm just going to click on Xbox as an example here, head to the bottom, and you'll see this Add New Command button. Adding new commands is very simple. You just need your original remote for the device. You'll select the capture control signal, point your remote at the device, and then press the button that you'd like to capture. You can then press this test control signal to make sure you captured it right, and you have a few options as far as setting up that command, including the icon, what it will look like. I'm just going to cancel out of here because I don't need to add any commands. I've got all mine set up. As you see down here, we have the different activities, and if you select one, for example, the Play Xbox one we looked at before, and scroll down the menu here, you have all the different launch actions, what it does when you turn it on, what it does when you shut it down. At the bottom of the screen here, though, you have this Layout Activity Buttons button. And as you can see there, this is the remote layout that you saw when I opened up the Play Xbox activity. This area makes it very easy to customize. As you can see, I can just grab a button and drag it wherever I like. See if I can get it back there lined up like it was before. As you can see, this is the only thing that I found a little bit buggy in the app, is the actual remote creating interface, but most of this is done by default anyway, and it kind of gives you some buttons for your activity, and so this really isn't that much of an issue because it's really just a one-time setup type thing. I'm just going to leave that alone. But say you want to customize how a button works. All you have to do is just select the button that you want to customize, like for example this volume up button, and then press this button right here, and it will bring up a menu of various options for customization. As you can see down here, we have the shortcut gesture box. This will allow you to actually create a shortcut to those to any button that you like in your remote. For example, these are accelerometer shortcuts, which would allow you to flick forward or flick back to control that button. And there are also two-finger swipes, double taps, three-finger swipes, etc., etc. Overall, the app works very well. I was able to customize it pretty much exactly like I want. I had a few small bugs, as I mentioned earlier, as far as editing the remote, but the developer is definitely aware of these issues and is working on them. I would say that whether or not you actually consider purchasing a RedEye of your own or not, ThinkFlood is definitely a company that you should be keeping an eye on. I actually got to talk with the developer on the phone, and they said that they're busy at work on both some new products, some new hardware, as well as some new features that will be released sometime in the near future. If you're anything like me, though, you've probably been waiting for an app like this to come along, and I'm here to tell you that if you have been, that this app and piece of hardware really, they just work out of the box. And while the initial investment might seem a little steep, this is a product that if you're interested in it all, that is really just a must-have. So I would encourage you to head to Thinkflood.com and grab yours today. This is David with App Shouter, and I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Thank you for surfing our way.